So we're back again with another Explore. This time we're doing a hospital, and this one's really interesting. So again, we're still in Portugal for some of these explorers. But what's crazy about this hospital that we're currently exploring, we've had a wee look around it and stuff, and I kind of have my theories on what type of hospital this was. Might be a wee bit of a controversial one to talk about, but I partly believe this hospital was actually is an abandoned abortion clinic. As you can see, the beds that are used, obviously women would put their legs up there, and obviously stuff would happen. We're not going to get into detail because we don't want demonetized or anything like that. We're flagged for it, but everything's just left here, and there is a lot of equipment that would suggest stuff for that. For example, this here, which would be used to separate the women area. But if we go into this room here, just falling through the floor, there's an old x-ray machine, and to the right is a bed. Some more stuff, but that bed is so creepy. But yeah, we're just getting straight into this one. We're going to try and have as little cuts as possible and just try and stay true to it. But yeah, the x-ray machine, look at that, just so old. Everything's just so old. But the thing that makes us believe that it is one of those type of clinics is if you pull this up, it's an x-ray of someone's stomach, and you can see there in between the hips a big ball, and it's like that on a good chunk of these. Not that one, because I can't really make that one out. There's another one, big ball beside the hip, and even there on this one, which is more clear, beside the hips there. There's a few smaller ones, just dotted about the place. But yeah, we'll cut looking at these and we'll continue. These files are basically full of all patient documents and information. We're not going to go through it because we don't want to disclose patient confidentiality and stuff like that. Don't know what the law is like on it in this country, but I personally don't want to do that. Found patient records in the past, and I've never really disclosed anything that personal on it in terms of names or anything, so we're not going to do that. But yeah, we're going to continue explore. This place is so scary and creepy, so we're just going to take it bit by bit and explore it. So we made it into the other room, and again, so much stuff just sitting here. If you do recognize anything and what it's used for, please let me know, as I'd be really interested in know. But from what I know, I'm going with my hunch, and that's what type of hospital this is, but it could have been used for normal practice as well. There's nothing saying it can't be. But yeah, and another one of these beds, but this one actually has a sink here underneath it, which drains out into nothing. Obviously would have drained into something in the past. But yeah, gonna make our way over to here into the corridor. So we've made it into one of the other rooms where patients probably would have stayed. Not too sure what any of these machines are. If you know what this machine here is, please let me know down below in the comments. But yeah, there's so many machines. If you know any of these, let me know. We have another one here. I'm assuming this is sleepy gas or something, some type of gas that would help with pain or something like that, because obviously that pipe, or else it's a oxygen thing, I don't know. There's more stuff here. I'm gonna assume that's for exercise or something, I'm not too sure. There's also this hanging out of the sink, Just gonna be careful because it looks like there's blood actually in it. But a needle just chilling. Put it back where we found it because we don't want to be touching that. Some weights under here for that rehab machine, I'm going to assume it is, I'm not too sure. The Zimmer. Anybody knows what the Zimmer is? But yeah, there's more x-rays and stuff. Just sitting here, obviously this is the reception area, I'm going to assume. Right here. We make our way into here. Just more documents just sitting there in the corner. But nothing else in this room. But yeah. Gonna make our way upstairs and have a wee look around up there. So we've made our way upstairs and we're instantly greeted by some tools and stuff. Obviously instruments that the doctors and nurses or whatever would have used back in the day. An old heating pipe with an old stove. I haven't been up here yet, so this is quite new to me. The pot is for years. I've only searched downstairs. Showers and stuff down there. Yeah? Yeah. And we're being summoned.
Face your phone towards you when you walk around there, like on a selfie. Put your torch down like stand there. There you go. Right. And walk into that room there.
Wow. Oh my god.
Did you say that? Did you say that before? Well, where you go?
I truly believe this is what I think it is. This clinic is used for abortions.
What the fuck was that chair used for?
Ripping out of them or something. I don't know. But yeah, so we've been summoned over by Jamie Robb 2 and Mr. Airborne to this room. Oh my god. Look at it. I think this is better than Madrid.
1,000,000%.
$1,000,000%, yeah. Better than Madrid. Yeah. Just everything's just left here just in time. A chair that they would have just strapped people down to and just operated on them for some reason. Yeah, it is. There's so much tools and stuff here. But yeah, this is what I think it is, I believe. Like, look at these tools. This is what they would have inserted into the patients to obviously not alive the child. A load of clamps and scissors down in there. So much stuff just left here. Big gas tanks. So much. But look at this. This would have been all the gas and everything that was going, like, attached to them, basically to keep them asleep and stuff like that whenever procedures are happening. The gas mask. All this here stuff as well. There's just so much. This is really interesting. But yeah, there's just so much here. And then in this here window here, just a lot more. That was probably used for spreading the area of the woman. There's so much. You could probably spend most of your time just looking at all this here stuff. There's just so much of it.
But the thing is, anything could happen. Could get burnt out, could get sealed, chances are not, but like, what's that, 2 days?
But yeah, this looks like a load of different type of drugs and stuff that would have been used by the looks of it. Anybody that understands Puerto Rican or Spanish, let me know what some of this stuff is, please. I would love to know. But we're going to move on to the next room and see what else we can find. But that is just remarkable and crazy to find. Was not expecting this at all. So I'm making my way back up to where we was before Airborne and Jamie called me down. I will get a few B-roll shots and stuff off that room, but for now we're going to just search these rooms and see what else there is. So they just all seem like patient rooms compared to that last one, so these must be the rooms all the patients stayed in while they were waiting to be operated on and stuff like that there. But yeah, very cozy, very wow, I guess. And it's the same with these here rooms as well. I'm being called in by Jimmy. Yeah? Is it a dead cat?
Yes.
What do you mean?
Oh, can we speak?
Whoa.
You see that?
Yeah, just in the, down there. Whoa.
Where do you get this from?
This room's crazy. What is that?
Stillness.
On the bed? Rosary beads or something? But yeah, this is another one of the rooms. Just like the other one that would be operations and all would happen in. Just less sophisticated in a way. Crazy still. I hope this video doesn't seem too all over the place for some people, as there is a lot going on at the moment, to be fair. But I'm trying my best and I'll try and tidy it up and make it look organised, but to be honest, it doesn't feel organised even to myself. You know what I mean? Like, everything's just crazy. Cotton buds just. Want to know what was in that because it had to be bandage. Don't know what that there's for. Obviously toilets and stuff in here. Mirrors. But that cat is crazy and really creepy. But yeah, another one of these oxygen machines or something like that there, just sitting there. Very crazy. Then stuff for operating on. But give me a wee second. But yeah. What, sorry? They must.
There's a fucking baby cot in that room. A hospital baby cot.
But the whole thing's about abortions.
I know, it's weird.
And
I can't see the baby.
so Jamie's saying there's a needle in there with stuff on it. So Jamie's saying this place has a baby cot in here, and that's what I was saying to him, that it's weird because it feels like the whole building's for abortions. Wow, I was not expecting that. But it's like the whole place is like, it's basically set up like it's here to have abortions and stuff. So it's weird to have a cot just sitting, chilling in the corner. That is completely crazy. A book here. I don't know what any of this is. It's like an old, I don't know. Don't speak the language because it's kind of hard. But yeah, that's just sitting there. Like, you would love to know what took place. What took place here, but at the same time, you wouldn't want to know, just because of it all. But that's crazy. There's syringes and all in there that look like have actually been used. I'm gonna make our way up here and check out some of these here other rooms, and we'll go back into that main room and have a better look at it. But yeah, all these rooms are mad crazy. Kind of scary in a way. Very scary. Old cupboards and stuff. But yeah, I was not expecting this in the slightest. Obviously, Airborne's made his way into here. Another one of the rooms. There's just so much stuff just left behind. It's like they got up and just left in a hurry. So I don't know. So I don't know if the medical procedures they were taking, that was taking place, was allowed to happen here, or what, or if it's legal or what. But yeah, there's more of them beads on the bed that we found earlier, which is crazy. I'll see room 6. That's what that indicates. But everything's left here. Scrubs. This is where they would scrub in before the procedures, and basically like sanitize down. So everything just was organised and seemed like it was very professional. So I don't know if it's legal or not, or what is happening. So we've got the room to ourselves. There's no people talking in the background, so we can kind of go over everything again. But like I was saying, we have this chair with straps on it, which is for strapping people down. We'll have the operating table here to my left, and there's also the table all the tools and equipment is sitting on that would be used during the operations. Some gas here, more along them shelves, and over there there's more tools. We'll go over and have a look at these. So obviously it's all just sitting here. I'm going to assume a lot of people know what some of this is. Obviously stuff to test the depth and stuff like that, if you get what I mean. I'm not going to try and get into too much specifics because I don't want age restricted. Bless me, sorry about that. I did just sneeze, but I'm going to try and cut it out. But yeah, just more machines. Birth chart. Don't know if that's anything to do with it. Just more. There's just so much stuff just sitting here. So there is. What's in there? Is that blood? I think that's blood. Yeah. There's so much. Just here, I'm being called by Jamie. We'll give him a minute and we'll go in a second and see what he wants. There's so much here. But I believe that is blood, because that's clips to which I think they use on the umbilical cord. I could be wrong. So I don't know if this is for having birth or abortions, but that's clips that go on the umbilical cord, and it's soaked by what looks like to be in blood. But all this here equipment and stuff is just left, like we were saying a minute ago, and there's just so much of it. But yeah, we're going to head downstairs again and we'll see what happens from there. But this here place is amazing. We'll get another wee look at it just before that. Just look how remarkable this is. So, made it back downstairs. Everyone has decided to go get a different camera, but I think we're going to check this room out. It does stink, like chemicals and stuff. So I might not stay in here for too long because it really does not smell nice. But it's basically all the medicine and chemicals and all sorts that was obviously used back in the day. This place being open. I don't know any history about this place, by the way. If anybody's wondering, it kind of smells like wee. But yeah, I don't know any history of this place. For anybody that is wondering on the history. If I do find some, I'll leave it in the comments. But as of the minute, I don't know. But there's so much in here. And I'm not going to go any further because it's just caked in spider webs and I don't want covered. So I'm going to make my way down here now and continue. We'll have this whole big long corridor to look through, and there's quite a lot. Ooh, what's this? Actually seems like a wee office room, where obviously the doctor records and stuff were found, but obviously we found some of them, patient records and stuff. What's this? Old photos and stuff. Just silly wee... Oh, it's postcards? Yeah, they're all postcards. I thought they were photos. No, just postcards and stuff. Then obviously all the patient records, I'm assuming. And there's so many of them. There's so much stuff here just along the desk and all. So much stuff. And I don't even know what half of this stuff is. So these old files that you have to snap off. Obviously to use, and you put a syringe in, use it. There's a safe there. I wonder if that safe opens. If we could get into the safe, that would be cool. So I thought someone knew I was in here, so I had to run there. So if you're wondering how I teleported here, that's why. But we're gonna make our way in here. This must be like the wee dining area that people used to come to, obviously eat their dinner and stuff, cook food, because then there seems like a kitchen. Whoa, look at that old TV. It's so cool. So this is the first time I'm seeing this along with you guys. So it's all quite original to me in terms of, not original, but new to me. But it's so weird because I'm in a different country, everything's different compared to what I'm used to. Massive chisel. Everything I'm used to is way different than this. I've never experienced anything like this building before in my life, and I probably might not ever experience anything this amazing. But like I was saying earlier upstairs, it's like everybody just packed up and left this place. So cool. But you just wonder sometimes what lurks about the place. Not much in there, but yeah, from what I was told, I don't think there's very much up in these rooms. Oh, there's actually a wee bit of stuff, but not very much. I'm gonna walk back down towards where Jamie is. I've been told there's nothing down there, so I'm gonna walk up. But I think that's it for this video. Really good one. I really enjoyed it. If the video is all over the place, I do apologise, because I think we were all over the place during it. It is, but I'm going to try and organise it whenever I edit it and stuff, and do my best to make it what I can to make it the most enjoyable. But if you haven't already, check out all my other socials, same name. Don't forget to hit that like button, hit a comment, tell me what you think of the video, tell me if you know anything or notice anything, you know what it is down below. I would really appreciate it, because obviously walking into this, we don't know any history. So what we're saying is just assumptions from what we can gather and put together. So let me know what your opinions is. I believe this is an abortion clinic / pregnancy clinic, but let me know what your guys' opinion is on it. Let me know if you think I'm right or you think I'm wrong. I'm not going to get annoyed if you all say I'm wrong and I'm stupid for thinking that. That's just my opinion on it from what I'm being given in front of me at the time. So yeah, let me know what you think, and I'll see you in the next one. Thank you everybody for watching, and hit that subscribe, hit that like, and hit a comment. I'll see you later.